Hello?
Who is this?
Yeah, you're talking to scammers.
What?
The number you've called are scammers, so I suggest you hang up the phone, and if somebody ever tells you like it's Amazon, whatever, just don't call the number, it's always a scam. Big companies don't send out emails or voicemails.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day. What you just watched is me controlling the calling device of a scamming call center in Kolkata and taking their calls. This call center is the same call center from the video that you see on the screen right now. And if you haven't watched that video, then make sure you do so before watching this one, because then you will understand the context, and also the video is one of my better work so far. In the video we found two user accounts for the scammers, their calling device, and also the passwords for these user accounts. I'm going to talk about these user accounts separately, so let's get into the first user account, which is K Valley, and I'll roll the clip from the video so that you guys have a little bit of context if you forgot what happened or if you haven't watched that video. We can see right here that the name he is using and the caller ID that he's using are Kamavalai and 308-270-3245. That number is his personal number, and then the main line is 308-270-3243. The username for that account, as you can see on screen, is KValleyB. Right, so I've stolen the scammer's copy of 8x8 work, and I'm gonna log into the account using the credentials that I found in my remote access tool. Okay, so we are logged in. Got the settings for the account right here, which I will show you guys what I did to those. But first I want to go to, let's say, calls. And right here you can see, of course the numbers are blurred, but right there you can see all the calls that the scammer has made with what numbers that he's called, and also the missed calls. So calls that nobody picked up within 15 seconds, and then there's also some voicemails, which is victims just leaving voicemails, and most of them just say that they want to cancel the service and giving their name. So let's just pick a random one and see what it says.
This is William. I did not sign up for your service. I don't want to be billed for it, and I don't want it to be extended. William, FR, account number LZ, Lima 0.
Alright, so this man is just saying his account number, because in the video the guys were doing a Geek Squad scam, but for this particular number, which I will get to now, this is the account, and for this particular number, this caller ID, they run an Amazon scam. So it's one call center with more than one scam, and this number, so 308-270-3243, they run an Amazon scam. And then for this account, this is the personal number. So if you call this number, you will automatically get connected to this account. And if you call this number, you will get connected to all people that are assigned to this number, including this account. And the people that get calls from that number, so the main line, the people that are assigned to that main line are all of these accounts. So this is the account I'm logged into. And then you also have Kama Valley nothing, then A, C, D, and E. And all of those accounts have separate personal numbers that you can reach them personally on, so callback numbers. So let's go by these profiles one by one. We can do meet now, so I can call them personally because they are in my company. As you see, this is contacts and favorites, and my contacts is empty, but the company, you've got these guys, and I can start meetings and stuff. But let's just go to contact info. And here you can see that this guy is extension 1000, and then this is his personal number, so it's 8x8 work number. And then I'll blur the email address, but the email address is a Mailnesia, which if we go to the web page mailnesia.com. Alright, so basically we're in Mailnesia now, and this web page, what it does is it's an email web page without any password. So if you have a email address randomly created for you, which it says over here, create mailbox, random mailbox. So for example, let's say put in, let's say muffin, and then you click on go. You get to the inbox of muffin@mailnesia.com, and everyone can read this page, so you don't even need a password. I'll just be blurring this email just to make sure that nothing weird happens, and it also says that their website is Minneapolis, Maine. I'm not sure what that means. Alright, so then to Kama Valley A. So this is his personal number. He is extension 1001, and it's another Mailnesia email address, but a different one, and the site is the same. So B, that's me. I'll just click on contact info, extension 1002, different email, and the number that I already showed you guys. And then let's go to C. Extension number is 1003, and this is his personal number. The email address is another Milnesia email address, and the site is the same. And then I'll just show you the different numbers for D, which is this, and then for E, which is this. Alright, then next I want to show you guys just that all these technicians that are assigned to this specific number are running the Amazon scam. So there's one call center with different departments, and these guys are assigned. So that's 6 technicians to do the Amazon scam. So we're just gonna look up the number 3243 number up on Google. And here we can already see RoboKiller, BobRTC, the number is even on BobRTC. And also NomoRobo, which is the website I mainly use. And you can see here, dear customer, this is an important notification, blah blah blah, Amazon billing department. So what else can I do here? I can look up the text messages that this scammer has sent, which you can do it to your whole company. So if I send a message here, it will send a message to the whole company, and then one-on-one or rooms, well, there's nothing here. And then also I can just start meetings here. And then invite people. You can check out recent meetings. There haven't been any meetings, but also I can go to the settings for this account, which should be over here. And then over here I can go to account settings, which will take me to a web page. First name, Kemma, and then Valley B, whatever, then the email address, username, site, all that stuff. So let's just scroll down. Over here you have additional information, and if you look up that address on Google Street View, you can see the following. And services and permissions, I'm not sure what that means. Voice basic settings, which basically just you cannot change this number. I think it's only possible for like the owner of the company to change extension numbers and whatnot. But then the voicemail settings, and I have set for greeting played for people outside the company this. So if they call the number, it will play then this.
Number you've called belongs to scammers in India. Please disconnect the line and never call back again. There is no big companies that will send you voicemails. It is always a scam. Please be aware of this in the future. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.
And then also the voicemail name and last name. And then I've not changed the internal voicemail greeting, because then the people in the company will hear the voicemail and then they will know something is happening that is not supposed to happen. And then also we can do here call forwarding rules, and we can put forward all calls. And what this does, it basically defines the call forwarding rules, which will handle incoming calls outside of business hours or when the user is not able to address the call. Anyone that calls this number, the personal number for the scammer, so the 3245 number, will automatically get forwarded to my voicemail. And then also the music on hold settings. If a scammer puts somebody that he's scamming on hold, they will also hear my voicemail. So I started thinking, how do I get access to the other accounts of this calling device? So I just tried out K, Valley, A, B, whatever. And then with the same password, which to my surprise worked. It was actually all of the accounts had the same password. So I logged into all of them and they all kind of looked similar to the first one, so I'm not going to show you all of them, but I'll show a quick compilation, which is already running on screen, of me changing all the settings on the scammer's page. It's going to be a little bit blurred so you can see what's going on but not actually read all the sensitive information that I blurred out in the first one that I showed you. And then the other clip from the video, which shows the second department in this scamming call center, I will roll that clip right now. Then decided to switch accounts to the username sdown6, as you can see that he's typing on the screen. For this account I could see all of his contacts that it had, which is Sharon, that's his own account, and then Smackdown 1 through 6. So I'm assuming that other logins could be sdown1, sdown2, sdown3, etc. for the username with the same password. Like I said in the previous video, I had a theory that if the password worked for one account, it would work for all the accounts, because for K-Valley they also shared passwords. So I went ahead and tried my theory on sdown1, and as you can see, it successfully logged into the account. I will quickly run through all of the accounts in here, which is Sharon Hills and then Smackdown 1 through 5. And I will just show you all the contact information on these accounts. The rest of the information is just the same as the first account, so I'm not gonna share everything one by one. I'll just keep the video nice and short. What I did want to know though is what kind of scam this department of the scamming call center were running. So I decided to look up the number on Google to see if I could find anything on Nomorobo, RoboKill, or another web page, but unfortunately I didn't get any search results. So then I started listening to the voicemails, and this mail will explain to you what this scam is.
My name is Lawrence. I received an email from you guys regarding renewing a plan that I have, and I don't know anything about this thing. It says you guys are going to charge me.
So this department of the scamming call center runs the typical refund scam, saying that they're going to charge people and then they can get a refund if they call the number. So what I did also for all of these user accounts in this department, I changed the voicemail to the same one as before, so that if anyone calls their personal numbers, they will hear my voice again. I also changed the voicemail access pin so that they cannot access the voicemail anymore and they cannot change it. I changed the call forwarding settings again so that if they call they would instantly get connected to the voicemail, and I also changed the on hold music on all of the accounts S-1 through 6 with all of the same passwords. And the rest of the basic settings in all of these user accounts were the same as in the K Valley department. The only thing that was different was that it had a different address, but when you look up the address that it shows in the user profile settings, you get to somebody's house somewhere in Washington. And then another very interesting find when I logged into S-6, so you had all the user accounts, SmackDown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then SmackDown 6 was Sharon Hills, the Sharon Hills account that I showed you guys, and Sharon Hills is the name of a victim that the scammers used her credit card to pay for their service. I'll show you guys each and everything on this user account. Okay, so I just logged into S-6, and apparently S-6 is like the manager's account. I can see here 8x8 Work Manager Express, and I can just change all the company settings right now. So let's just go through them before I change anything, because I don't want to mess up. So we got business info, modify business info. Okay, so it's open 24/7, and the business name is Sharon Hills, which is the name of the account, and then this random address, which is just some kind of house somewhere in Washington. And then this is the business number, Sharon Hills, the external caller ID, which I can change, and I can change the time zone. And in the call routing settings, let's see what I can do. Okay, so I can, oh my god, okay. So I can, when somebody calls, I can do a welcome message. So I can basically just put in my voicemail when anyone calls any of the numbers. I did it for the individual numbers, but I can do it for the business number now as well. So the number they use to actually scam people, I can also change my voice to it, which I will do in a second. Call handling, where would you like to send your calls to? Ring your team voicemail, and how to make a menu or redirect the call to a specific person or number. Okay, so here I can delete or add agents, so I can just delete all the agents. I'm just gonna mess up all the settings. Calling each member for 6 rings, 30 seconds. Ring your team simultaneous, so yeah, they all get the same call at the same time. And then call forwarding, when no one answers forward to voicemail, and then when all team members are busy or unavailable, voicemail. Okay, users' phone numbers. Let's see. So yeah, here we go. Sharon Hills, SmackDown 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've already been through all of these, so we're not missing any for this department. Let's see, port numbers. You have not ported any phone numbers. Okay, and then account information. Purchase licenses, modified payment information. Let's check out the payment information. Maybe I'm not sure if this is the paid version actually of 8x8 Work. Okay, yeah, there is a credit card added on this address, which is probably the address of somebody they've scammed. So that's kind of messed up, but I can probably change the password for this account, which I'm gonna do later. Okay, and then billing statements, and then view orders. Let's see. Billing statements. So there has been one purchase on the 10th of January for $137. God, okay, so they've used probably the victim's information to purchase or to make a payment for their calling device. Yeah, the name on the card is Sharon Hill, so that's probably the person that they scammed. And then just the credit card information. It's an automatic bill pay. Okay, so nothing interesting here. And then order page, yeah, there's one order activated which we already seen. Okay, download apps, here you can just download the apps. Okay, so let's see what I have to do. Okay, and also over here it says 6 out of 6 licenses used. So if they purchase one of these licenses, it only allows them to have 6 accounts. So that's why there's all those different departments, like you got K Valley and then S Down, and then there's another one with like Black Sheeps, which I will get to in a second. But yeah, so that's why they have all those different accounts. So it's not actually different departments. I do think that those guys run different scams, but that's the like why they only have 6 agents per department working there. So that's interesting. Okay, now it is time for me to completely hijack this department's phone system and change all of their passwords, their emails, etc. And I will show you guys what I did to make this happen. Alright, so it's the next day now. The scammer should be asleep, so I'm just gonna change all the information to mess up the department. Okay, let's change this information first, and then I'll see if I can change the password somehow. So modify business info. Let me see if we can do anything here. I'm probably just gonna do operating on a specific schedule, and then Monday from let's say from 8:15 to AM to 8:30. So they're only open for, and here 6:45 till 7. Or oh, we can do close as well. Yeah. Okay, let's just close them every day. Closed, 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 closed. Save. Business settings successfully saved. Then we're gonna go to call routing right here, and we're gonna do yes, call me to create the voicemail. Then I'll upload the voicemail.
The number you've called belongs to scammers in India.
Okay, so that's cool. And then call handling, I'd like to send my calls to a specific number or a specific person. And then I go all the calls to this account. Okay, then we're gonna save this. So the agents will get no calls. And then the agents, I don't know, should I'm not gonna remove the agents, but I'm gonna reset their password. Oh no, okay, no, that's just gonna send them an email. Now let's just keep the agents, so you guys can call the number and hear my voice on the voicemail. We'll just keep the agents, but then the port phone number, I don't know what this is, and then this information. So I'm gonna have to reset. I can cancel the account as well, but I want to upkeep it. So yeah, let's try to reset this password. Alright, so this web page is kind of a weird way to reset the password. So how it works is I have to reset the password through the email address. So I have to go to the login page of like 8x8 work and then press on I forgot my password and then send an email. But of course I don't have the email. The email that the scammer used, the Ayub Sharafina or whatever, is a fake email address. So what I had to do was obviously change the email address. But to change the email address on 8x8 work, you have to contact the support team. For some reason, if you want to change your email, you have to contact the support team. So that's exactly what I did, and that is what you are seeing on the screen right now, is me talking to one of the support representatives and telling him I want to change the email address. And that guy successfully did that for me. And then once I had access to the email address and thus the passwords, I managed to change everything on this department. So what I did to all these user accounts is playing on screen right now with a little blur over it to hide the sensitive content that is shown in this video. But what I did for every user account, so Smackdown 1 through 5, and also for the Sharon account, which I did first because this was the most important account that I needed to secure. And from this manager account I could change the email for every single agent's account. So that is what I did. I put in some personal email addresses and also some temporary email addresses so that they cannot reset the passwords anymore. And then once I had the email addresses, I made 8x8 work send me an email with a link to change the password, and this is what I did on all of the accounts. I changed the password and the email on all of them. So now the scammers cannot log into the accounts anymore, and they can also not change the password. So what I put on the screen now is just a quick summary of what I've done so far. So we have one department, and you can see the information on that department on the screen, and all of the 6 accounts that are on screen right now are shut down. Plus I also cancelled the service on this account so that the victim that they stole the credit card information from doesn't have to pay the $147, I think it was, a month anymore. So those charges will stop from happening, and also their calling device will be shut down now. But of course there's 2 more departments. I've already shown you guys one of the departments, which was K-Valley, but there was also a 3rd department. The credentials for that will be on the screen right now. I'll just blur the password just in case. I don't want to waste a lot of time showing everything again, but I'll show you guys all of the usernames with their personal number. So what I did for K-Valley as well, I found the credentials to the manager for K-Valley, the 6 K-Valley accounts, and I did the exact same thing to what I did with the S-Down accounts. I don't want to bore you guys by showing everything again and explaining everything again, but you guys know what I did to the first one, and I did the exact same thing to S-Down and also to the Black Sheep department. And what you're seeing on the screen right now is just a quick compilation of me changing all the passwords, and I'll put some screenshots on the screen right now of me being logged into the K-Valley account, the manager account for K-Valley, and then now for the Black Sheep, the manager account is on the screen right now. And if you even want further proof of this video being real, you can call any of the numbers on the screen right now to listen to my voice, which will be until I think the end of the month of either November or December. Because on all of the accounts I canceled the service so that the victims that credit cards were used, the stolen credit cards of victims that were used to purchase this software, that they won't get charged anymore. Every month you will see the damage that they do to the victims with this service on the screen right now, monthly payments that is. This destruction I did on their calling device will probably mean that they're gonna be out from scamming for, I'd say, about a month or so, because to set this all back up and to get everything back is just gonna take a long time. All the settings, everything is just gone. I've already seen the scammers continued a little bit with text now, but they can only make like 10 calls a day, as to where they used to make like hundreds and hundreds of calls a day per agent. This is a major setback for this call center, and as soon as they get a new calling device or a new 8x8 number or another calling device that will help them out for scamming people, I will get those credentials again, because I have several different remote access connections to the PCs in this call center, so I can just keep farming credentials and keep them shut down, keep them from scamming people until they find out which PCs are compromised. And this is impossible for them to know because my remote access tools are hidden in the best ways possible. So they're gonna have to reset all the PCs, which is probably gonna cost a lot of time, a lot of money, and also set them back for several weeks. This is the most that I could do, and this is the best thing that I could do, and this is the best I've done so far for shutting down scamming operations. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment as well, so the YouTube algorithm picks up on your engagement and we can grow the channel. If you want to financially support my channel, you can check out my Patreon in the description, where you can support my work for $3 or more. These videos take a lot of time since I edit my own videos, I make my own thumbnails, and I have to make the videos myself, of course. It's something I like to do, and it's also something that I want to make my job. So if you guys want to make this possible and support me and make it possible for me to spend even more time chasing scammers and shutting down their operations, then that would be greatly appreciated. See you guys in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.